Global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Global Happiness Today YouTube channel. A lot of Nigerians are really shocked over what is going on in the midst of the indigenous people of Biafra. Some many days back, the United Nations had mandated the Nigerian government to release Nnamdi Kanu and also pay him some compensation over how the whole process indicted Kenya and Nigerian government, how the process of bringing Nnamdi Kanu out of Kenya to Nigeria, there are no processes. Don't forget that Bruce Fain, who happened to be the international lawyer of Nnamdi Kanu, did a lot of write-ups, okay, and invited or introduced the whole matter to United Nations Human Rights Council, of which it resulted to that verdict they gave. Well, as we speak, from all that is happening, Mazen Amdekano's detention, which a lot of Nigerians or a lot of Biafrans or indigenous people of Biafra, those agitating for Biafra, had believed that it shouldn't take maximum of 6 months before some things will be done, or probably the legal team will do something about it over the release and the returning of Mazen Kanu to the state where they brought him from, which is probably Kenya or United Kingdom. It didn't happen that way. Months resulted into a year now, and Mazen Kanu is still very much in detention. Hence, even in the midst of this whole thing, a lot of rumor went down some many months back that there was a replacement for Mazen Kanu, of which it was a woman that was brought into the picture. Of course, the woman denied it, that there was no such thing, that what they did was to restructure the organization, of which she changed to a better position, but never replacing Mazen Kanu. Well, from authentic information we got is the fact that Mazen Kanu may have been replaced officially, and it was done openly. Now, a lot of Nigerians, or a lot of those agitating for Biafra, are wondering what is going on. Are they giving up on Mazen Kanu, or is this another strategy to destroy the government of Nigeria? Or could it be they needed something more forceful to still bring back the agitation into full force? In a moment, we're going to give you all the juicy details. But before we do that, kindly subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as you update our channel on YouTube. Let's find out who they replaced Mazen Kanu with. Well, according to the news, the indigenous people of Biafra, that's Ipob, has announced that Mazi Chika Edoziem as its new leader. Ipob said Edoziem would pilot its affairs until its leader, Nnamdi Kanu, is released. A statement by the group's spokesman, Emma Powerful, said Edoziem would relinquish the leadership role to Kanu when he is released. The statement reads partly, and I quote it. It said, "For the avoidance of doubt, the Directorate of State of the Indigenous People of Biafra, DOS, headed by Mazi Chika Edoziem, is at the helm of affairs of the Biafra movement. Whenever our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, comes out, he hands over IPOB structure back to him." Edoziem is believed to be the deputy leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. Kanu is currently locked up by the Department of State Services, DSS. The DSS has held the IPOB leader since he was rearrested and repatriated from Kenya in 2021. I'm surprised because you see this Chika Edoziem thing, Simon Ekpa thing. It all began in the days of Radio Biafra when Mazen Kanu was newly brought down to Nigeria and detained in DSS custody, where Ekpa was really screaming at the top of his voice that Mazen Kanu gave the mandate that he should continue the broadcast of Radio Biafra. And according to Ekpa then, he said that there was some things they wanted him to sign and some oaths they wanted him to take, of which he refused. He vehemently rejected it, and hence also those at the helms of affair of IPOB Radio Biafra also did not allow him to broadcast on the platform. He now went back to his channel and started broadcasting. Hence, after that period, it was as if it was between Simon Ekpa and the Radio Biafra team, which is headed by Chika Edoziem then. But a lot of people are wondering what is really going on, for avoidance of doubt. During the days of the Uche Mefo, after that saga that went down in the days of Uchemefo, where he was the deputy leader of Nnamdi Kanu. Immediately after Nnamdi Kanu, Uchemefo then was deputizing. But some things went down, of which Uchemefo resigned. He left the platform, he left the IPB agitation, and so to speak, had his own media platform, of which after that period, because of probably what went down internally in IPOB then, okay, information went viral all over the social media and every other media space that Nnamdi Kanu had to restructure IPB in such a way that there will not be any deputy. According to him, he felt that, there's a lot of sabotaging here and there. A lot of people who were like malls, acting like malls, pretending to be for the Biafran agitation, but actually are acting as malls. So he structured in such a way that he would be the sole leader and others would just be, having what we call line of communication, line of authority, but there is no, deputy. Now, hence, when he was arrested or detained by DSS, it looked as if the structure was still very formidable, but there was nobody really they were taking direct order from. Hence, they would just usually say, "We, the indigenous people of Biafra, ably led by," and then Ima Powerful, who was and who is still the media and publicity secretary, would always speak on behalf of IPOB, using the government or the organizational structure to speak. But they were not taking any direct order because Nnamdi Kanu was not allowed to speak from the DSS detention or even have access to his social media page. So with all this, it was easier for the person of Simon Ekpa to come in and begin to counter easily all the publications of IPOB. It was now as if Ekpa was trying to have power tussle against IPOB. Now there was so much internal talk saying that within the rank and file of IPOB, there were those or more of those who actually wanted Nnamdi Kanu repatriated, and hence they gave information out. At some point, some crazy info was going out there that Nnamdi Kanu's younger brother was a lot of very crazy theories that didn't really add up. They kept on pointing fingers. It could be this, and then there's this Dr. Nelly, where they started pointing fingers at her that she she had internal info on that, and Dr. Nelly on her own vein said no, that there were still some leaders at the helms of affair who also actually did this. They're actually the one that gave up Nnamdi Kanu so that he could be arrested or detained, and a lot of it was as if within the rank and file of IPOB and those agitating for Biafra, there were a lot of malls who probably wanted Nnamdi Kanu out of the way so that they could take over the leadership. At some point, some persons also still pointed at this same Chika Edoziem, Chika Edoziem. Now they're saying he's deputizing. The question is, was he deputizing in the time of Nnamdi Kanu, or is he standing as interim? What if eventually he gets used to the power of being the leader and people start following him? If Nnamdi Kanu eventually comes out, would he genuinely hand over that power to him? Is it that loyal to him, or is it that there's more to it than meet the eyes? Or would he genuinely do the needful and hope and pray that Nnamdi Kanu quickly comes out so that he can relinquish power? Don't forget, absolute power corrupts absolutely. Well, that's we're going to wrap it up. You may have a different opinion. Let's meet in that comment section. What's your take? Have a nice